I'm Theory, and you're tuning in to This is Water Podcast. Once again, I'm Theory, and I'm the host. If you know Theory, you know Theory is like Theory. Once again, DEORY versus or same as THEORY. So let's just break down to the new journey or to the new odyssey of the podcast. This is water. Ideally, water is the most essential thing that we know to life, that's correlated with life, that's involved with any form of life. So this is water is really the bridge to walk into submerged conversation. At the end of the day, it's a platform that's similar to a safe haven. Ideally, it's to learn, bounce off one another. When we say submerged conversation, it's a different from debating, arguing, and actually conversing. So, ignorant is bliss, and that's the older you get, you start realizing you don't know everything, and the fact that it's a simple fact that you can say, I do not know. And that's one of the main key or vital things to this podcast is to listen, feed on one another. And ideally it's a solo thing right now, but as you talking, someone might hear something. Someone might put feedback. It's not me saying, no, that's incorrect, that's wrong. It's me more understanding or actually finding reason to, oh, this is why they're right, or this is why I am wrong, incorrect, or right. But it's also to help the impulse. So it's easier to say things or talk without actually putting thought to them. So you can debate, argue, but at the end of the day, are you able to actually get something out of it? Are you able to walk away with knowledgeable information or knowledgeable, rememberable, emotional feelings that you're going to take away? So this is water. Once again, it is a platform, a podcast that we're going to create to a safe haven. Anyone that can come, all are welcome. And then if you know me, I'm Theory, DEORY. If you know my real name, you know me, who I am. Just an innovator, a creator. Ideal, want to be a brand. I am a brand, you know what I'm saying? I am a brand, but this will be our first episode of This is Water. This is water. So my vision for this, once again, is to be a platform where it's a safe haven, where you're able to discuss, you're able to converse. The average human person don't know how to converse. When I mean converse, I actually mean conversation. It's hard to formulate thoughts without formulating the feelings to represent the thoughts. How many times you done something and then I didn't mean it like that, I didn't mean it that way, but you put it off that way. So it's a podcast to not only help one, but to guide and direct one as well. All podcasts similar in a way, yet I don't want to target a direct, I ain't gonna say genre, but a direct genre. So what I mean is that someone asks, this is what a podcast, TIW podcast, what that's about? Oh, that's a mystery podcast, or that's a podcast, it's a political podcast. It's an empirical podcast. Empirical knowledge, empirical reasoning. So what I mean by that is that it's a day-to-day thing. It's a Monday through Sunday type content, where empirical experiences Monday through Sunday we touch upon. Everyone might feed the news, however, everyone have a different lens. Everyone might feed the gossip. However, once again, everyone have a different perspective. Everyone have a different outlook on how they approach it. Everyone have an audience. Everyone wants to feed their audience. Also, there's different ways to feed, Knowledge is power, yet only if you use it. Knowledge is power, yet only if you use it. Motivation versus discipline. Pain from regret, pain from discipline. Both pain. So with this, I'm hoping to grow with it. I'm hoping to gain, internal and external knowledge. I done worked on podcasts before. So, branching out. Theory of decentralization. Yet, when you think about theory, you're going to think about TIW podcast. You're going to think about what comes with it. The innovator, the creator, the Messiah. That's my end goal. I would like to be not a messenger or anything, but I would formulate just a guider. How I say that? Just a guider, traffic, a crossing guard. You know what I'm saying? Conducting traffic, like Chris Tucker off. What was that? What's that Chris Tucker on? Dang, him and Jackie Chan. Rush Hour. But the end goal is to give you solid content, to give you knowledgeable content. I see a lot of other platforms that focus on certain areas, certain topics, certain forms of content. But once again, this is an empirical podcast where we day-to-day life, Monday to Sunday, and then we come back here and we discuss, we converse the realities of the realities. The truth and fallacies, or fallacies and the truth. So that's really much the overall idea of TIW podcast. And going down the line, just in case we might have to switch things up, TIW, This is Water. If you know This is Water is original from I don't forget where it come from, but I kind of forget where it come from, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Yeah, but I'm Theory, I'm the host. I'll be some you'll be seeing me, on your day-to-day. I hope so. Fingers crossed. But this is a converse A platform where you can come talk, discuss, ask questions, give criticism, give feedback, no, that ain't it, cuz when I did this, whoa. Oh, alrighty, okay. I didn't know. Ignorant is bliss. In order to grow, you must not know. Don't bring theory to rap over here, man. It's theory to podcast host today. You know what I'm saying? However, knowledge is power only if you use it. So with that said, hopefully you'll be listening to it, and whatever we're going through, you might be going through. Whatever you want to get off your chest, we can assist with that. This is the first episode of This Is Water podcast. A day-to-day empirical podcast. Empirical, right? So, I'm a person I deal with, people. I'm a human, people person. But I deal with people all the time. Someone asks me something, and what is that? Whatever. Let's find out. Empirical, right? Empirical. So once again, like I said, I work with people all the time, all day, all life. Youth, adults, children, adolescents, parents. The whole 360, right? The fact that I'm able to say, I don't know, let's find out, it can unlock so much more. I'm not stuck in a place where I'm comfortable. And that can be a macro or a micro level. But when we talking, let's talk about a macro level. Knowledge is power only if you use it, right? I talked to you, we're discussing, hey, what empirical mean? What is empirical? I just told you a word and you asked me, what is it? Rather than me just not telling you directly, I say, let's find out. If I don't know, let's find out, right? We have Google, we have the internet, we have so many resources I'm able to implement in my life to learn. So I put empirical Google definition based on concerned with or verifiable by observation or experience rather than theory or pure logic. Based on concerned with or verifiable by observation or experience rather than theory or pure logic, right? Theory, if you know theory like theory. So empirical is it's something that you experience hands-on, face-to-face. Something that's you got a scenario where you go to a doctor and the doctor going to tell you, alright, this is what's wrong, you need to switch your diet up. So the doctor never been in your situation, correct? Just scenario. So we're going on things, making things up, examples. So let's say the doctor never been in your situation, but he's advising you to do this. Alright, you need to switch it up and go vegan for whatever. You switch it up, you go vegan. Next thing you know, oh, you got organ failure. First stage organ failure. You back to the doctor. Doctor, no, that's impossible. You shouldn't did that. It shouldn't did that. But alright, you need to switch it up and go vegan for whatever. I know because you switch it up, you go vegan. Next thing you know, to me, oh, you got organ failure. I never had this first stage organ failure. Until I took your reference. You back to the doctor. Doctor, no, that's impossible. Vegan. You shouldn't did that. It shouldn't did that. All but you. So that's some replying or conversing. Empirical, like I observed this. I know because this never occurred to me, with me. I never had this happen until I took your reference and advice to go vegan, and now my organs and everything all failing on me. So that's some empirical. Like I observed this, I applied it. It's hands-on because it's directly happening to me. Empirical reasoning. For empirical, that's basically what it is. The process of using critical thinking to analyze, organize, and visualize data that can be observed or measured. Reasoning. It say the data types, empirical reasoning can involve. So now let's go empirical reasoning. Empirical reasoning or quantitative. Or is the process of using critical thinking to analyze, organize, and visualize data that can be observed or measured. It say the data types, empirical reasoning can involve qualitative, quantitative, or quantitative, or geospatial data. So the methods. Empirical reasoning is based on observation and experimentation rather than logic or what makes sense. So it's a platform where it becomes a safe haven. I'm not with just stating something and then, oh, that makes sense. And then you go ahead and do it, and then it's not a concrete fix. Oh, I need to switch my diet up. Oh, well, that makes sense. That's good. Something wrong with me. Oh, I need to fix it up. I need to go vegan. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. If that's the problem, this solution, yeah, that makes sense. Did we research, experiment? Maybe you did experiment with the first reference or advice the doctor gave you. You say, nah, doctor, that didn't work. That's up to, I ain't gonna say it's up to you, but it is now up to you to take it in, absorb it, analyze it, and say, yep, this what did work, this what did not work. Once you're able to sit down and move things around, like mentally, that's what we want to get at. It's not not something that we just come in and talk and debate and argue. Because you'll be moving things mentally, the next thing you know, you'll be moving things physically. I ain't talking Carrie. Calm down, Jamie Lee Curtis. Calm down. The other one, my Ritz, I don't want to forget her name. Jamie Lee Curtis. You know what I'm saying? You be able to move things mentally. Sometimes that won't allow you to move things physically. If you know what I mean, if you get what I mean. But then if you do, if you don't, that's when you come in and you let me know. Theory, the host of This Is What podcast. I don't quite agree with what you're stating. I don't quite think the way you're formulating is the best way to formulate it. to express your nose. Overall, it's a platform and a day that's a safe haven. Knowledge is power, but what? Only if you use it. So it's an empirical thing. So I might touch up on something that happened with me Monday. Then I might touch up on something that's you seen in the news on Thursday. You seen on the media on Saturday, Tuesday. And that's just what it is. We're going to grow with each other, from each other, and moving forward. That's what this is about. So, any questions, any feedback, any criticism, this is the place for it. This is the place for it. When I mean this is the place for it, it's for you. It's for you. Don't turn this on thinking this ain't juicy spicy enough when you centralize the things that's relatable. Then you'll understand. So this is the first episode of This is Water podcast. Water is the most essential thing to life itself. To life itself, right? But I think we're gonna call it. Once again, I'm Theory, aka This is Water podcast, TIW podcast. You know what I mean? I'm just very excited to grow with you all, to look at episode 1 and then move forward episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 looking like, you know? So it's an odyssey. It's a journey. Odyssey. What odyssey mean? Odyssey. Yeah, it's a journey, a voyage, right? Odyssey, a long and eventful or adventurous journey or experience. So that's what everyone life. You born, you got a path and the ability to turn on this or turn on something else. Man, chances are your life is an odyssey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? What the? Sorry, I'm shooting episodes all type of times. 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 10 a.m., 8 a.m. But that's what it's about. Being vulnerable. Vulnerable. Convertible. It's about being, an authentic version of yourself and allow others to see it and allow others to feed off it, allow others to correct or increase, which is sometimes corrected or incorrected. So we're not coming here to say we know it all, or they wrong, or they right. We here to feel and understand and then analyze. How can we go about it? Had a boss tell me that he tells kids, "Daddy, woo woo." Well, what are we gonna do about it? I think, I like that. I like that. I like that. Had a kid ask me for help. And knew the problem. I searched it up. She said, you didn't even know it. Without realizing or recognizing whatever she asked me, I inserted it, Googled it, searched it up, did the research for it. Yet, in order for me to do that, I had to know it. You know what I mean? In order for me to actually search up and give you the answer in a way that you can, see and learn it, I had to know some about it, or I wouldn't be able to, do it. She's like, you just searched it up, you didn't even know it. I was like, I didn't say anything, but the partner, But once again, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I'm no different than you, you're no different than me. So let's grow, let's prosper, and let's not know nothing in order to know all. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Theory, and this is What a Broadcast, episode 1.
Here we go, hey, back for some more. Yeah. We gon' do it like that, we gon' call it that too. Do it just like that, man.